look well. She offered to take him to the hospital. He took her up on her offer, and another coworker, Pam, had accompanied them. On the way, Scott stopped off at her parents' house to check on her son. While there, switched to the black scarf she had been wearing for a red one. At the hospital, it was determined that Boston had been bitten by a black widow spider. He was treated while Scott and Ed waited, and when he was ready to go home, Scott never left her side. According to Ed, Scott never left her side during the evening. When Bostrom was released, Scott went out to the hospital parking lot to get her car while Ed and Bostrom waited to fill a prescription. When Scott didn't return right away, her two co-workers walked out to the parking lot. They saw Scott's car speeding away, the headlights blinding them so they couldn't see who was behind the wheel. Initially assumed that some emergency had come up involving Scott's son, but when they still hadn't heard from her a few hours later, they reported her missing. At around 4:30 the following morning, Scott's car, the white Toyota station wagon, was found in an alley in Santa Monica. It was 10 miles from the hospital. The car had been set ablaze, but no one was inside. It was only about a week later that Scott's mother, Vera, received a call. "Are you related to Dorothy Scott?" The voice on the phone asked. When Vera said she was, the caller simply added, "I got her," and hung up. It was such a call that Scott's parents received that it wouldn't be the last. Though police installed a voice recorder at their residence, they were never able to trace the calls, as the caller never stayed on the line for more than a short time. Shortly after the mysterious calls began, Scott's father approached Santa Ana Register, asking them to run a story about his missing daughter. The story ran June 12, 1980. And that same day, Pat Riley, the paper's editor, received an anonymous phone call from someone claiming to be Dorothy Scott's killer. "She was my love, and I caught her cheating with another man. She denied having someone else, so I killed her." The caller provided details that hadn't been included in the newspaper, such as the color of Scott's scarf and the fact that her coworker had been treated for a black widow bite that evening. The caller also claimed that Scott called him that night from the hospital, though Pam had insisted that Scott had never left her side. That evening, as far as anyone in her life was aware, Dorothy Scott had no serious boyfriend at the time of her death. Still, police believe the man who called the Santa Ana Register was probably the murderer. During all of this time, Scott was still missing. It was nearly 2 months later, August 6, 1984, that construction workers would discover charred bones near Santa Ana Canyon Road. The bones included human and dog remains side by side. Authorities believed that they had been there for some time, as a brush fire swept through the area in 1982 and likely explained the charred condition of the bones. Though no cause of death was able to be established, a turquoise ring and watch were both found in the remains, and the bones were identified as Scott's through dental records. Though the strange phone calls to Scott's family stopped in 1984, they resumed after Scott's remains were found in August. In spite of the killer's taunting calls, however, Scott's murder remains unsolved.